Hey, it's Susie, your certified twin flame ascension coach today, and we are going to talk about twin flame separation and why this happens and how to move past it, how to get through it. So first, I think we need to make sure we're all clear on what twin flames are. So you can think of twin flames as sharing the same light, right? And there are two expressions of that same light. Right? So they share that same core being, that same core consciousness together, right? And that's why you might hear that twin flames are mirrors, because they do share that same core consciousness and their expression is a mirror of one another. Twin flames are romantic, right? But they're not just romantic, right? They're also an ascension path, right? They're your greatest eternal companion. They're your greatest teacher. They're your best friend. They're your perfect partner, and they are your ultimate lover too, right? And this is the place, that lover place, where a lot of twin flames experience what we call separation, right? Now, separation is not something required to be part of your twin flame experience, but it's something a lot of twin flames go through, whether it's a physical separation or an emotional separation or both, right? Where they're not together in that romantic union that they desire, right? Or in that spiritual union, romantic spiritual union that they desire. So you are probably wondering why this happens, and if you are in separation, it doesn't feel good, right? It can feel painful, especially if that's a fresh event that you're coming off of. But no matter where you're at, it doesn't feel great to be separated from your twin flame, right? So the reason you're experiencing this, right, is because that separation is an outward manifestation of a place inside of you, right, in your one consciousness that you share with your twin flame, that is not experiencing love, right, that has a block with love, right, and that is seeing you and your twin flame as separate from one another, right? So that you're holding on to a painful belief there, and it might be that for you it is just as simple as releasing that belief, right? Your soul might have gotten to the point where that's all that's left to do, right? But I find for a lot of people, separation is actually showing a place of really deep healing that needs to occur around the topic of love and the relationship you have with yourself first and foremost, and with God, your divine creator, first and foremost as well, in order to really be able to extend that with your twin flame in a healthy way. Your twin flame is always going to mirror the relationship you have with yourself, the beliefs you have about yourself and God and love. So if there's anywhere in your consciousness, right, remember, you have a very vast consciousness, you are an eternal being. If there's anywhere in your consciousness that is feeling not good about that, right, that will come up between you and your twin flame, and it doesn't come up to punish you or as some sort of weird requirement of suffering. It comes up to be healed, right? The purpose of separation is to build your union, right? By healing the pattern that the separation is showing you, by healing the wound, right? And that's going to bring us to the key of moving out of separation and navigating separation, which is doing the inner healing work. And in my years of experience on the twin flame journey and working with other twin flames, the best way I have found to do that is the mirror exercise and the teachings of union, and you can find all of that linked below, so you can deep dive in whatever way is appropriate for you. But healing the wounds that this brings up, because I know being separated from your twin flame can bring up things like abandonment, betrayal, rejection, fear of love. What if this happens again? All these different types of things, right? And you have to truly heal that place inside of you that is holding on to that hurt in order to move past the separation, right? And move to the next stage of your twin flame relationship, of your twin flame ascension journey, right? And there's no way you can bypass this or get around it, right? There's no way, excuse my language, but there's no way you can bullshit your twin flame journey, right? It requires real inner work. And if you try to work around that, if you and your twin flame try to ignore that, it's just going to come back up later, right, for you to look at some point. So definitely check out those resources on the mirror exercise below and the teachings of union to help you with this piece. And the healing work, right, as you're navigating separation and healing what it brings up for you, you are actually preparing for your union, right? So in a way, the purpose of separation is to go deeper in your foundation, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and prepare for your union, right? So you have a solid ground to stand on with your twin flame and be in that sustainable, this foundation that you're building by doing the healing work is creating a way for you guys to be together sustainably, right? So you're not, coming in and out of union, right? But so you're actually deepening it, right? And you can stay in your union when you have genuinely done your healing work to be there, right? So you are not in separation, not like this is never going to happen for you. You're actually in a phase where you're preparing for your union, right? Especially if you're doing the healing work. And that's a beautiful thing. And I hope you embrace that for yourself and for your twin flame, and appreciate yourself for the work that you are doing in order to really feel good about coming together and feel ready within you to come together in that healthy way. And ultimately what this is leading you to is you really can come out of separation when you have focused on building up you and your dreams and yourself and living your true best life, right? And living your best life doesn't mean that you are ignoring the bad feelings, right? That you have about this connection or spiritually bypassing what this is bringing up for you. Living your best life means you're living authentically. You let yourself be real with your feelings, your emotions, and your experiences. You heal those things that are making you unhappy or you feel they're taking away from your peace, and you continue progressing towards your dreams, right? And you just go all in, passionately loving yourself, right? And that really attracts your union, right? And is the kind of stance you want to take even when you're in union too, is a stance of loving yourself very, very deeply and honoring yourself very, very deeply. And then your twin flame will mirror that energy back to you, right? And I haven't said this yet because to me it's so normal, but I do want to remind all of you that twin flame separation is not an end, right? Like I said, this is a stepping stone that you're experiencing as you solidify your union, right? And everyone who desires to can overcome twin flame separation and be with their true love, right? Be with their twin flame and ascend together, right? You can, but you do have to put in the work to align with that, right? You're not automatically just entitled to it where some astrological alignment will happen and then your union drops out of the sky for you. You do align with it by doing the inner work, right? And genuinely taking that spiritual journey of healing whatever blocks you have to love and to having a real relationship with yourself and with your true love, your ultimate lover, your twin flame. So I wish you all the blessings in the world as you walk that journey. And again, check out these resources on the mirror exercise, the teachings of union, how I can meet you and help you on your journey, and you're going to do just fine. So thanks for watching. Definitely like the video, and I will see you next time.